Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
Yeah, because he's trying to get Jack Hugh to come back. I said human. He's trying to get Jack to come back to play Wolverine. Yes. I like to be taller than the mic. But yeah.
What was the God of War thing?
I've come up with this a quick scenario for God of War 2. Me and my coworker was at work.
Synopsis?
Yeah, I guess that's a better word.
Yeah.
But we was at work and I was talking and I was like, you know how Thor comes at the end? Have you ever played God of War? Have you ever seen the ending?
Nope. Just I'm gonna forget it. I'm still on PlayStation 3 games.
Okay, but in the end of God of War, after you beat the game, you go back home. Thor comes after you go to sleep or whatever, or something like that. But yeah, Thor drops down. He drops down, and that's the end of the game. But in my head, I don't want to tell you the spoiler.
I already know about his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know.
Okay. His son is Loki.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in my head, Thor comes and takes Loki.
And the whole game is about
him trying to get Loki back. And it would make sense since
Thor
Odin
and Loki
takes Loki and adopts him as his own child. So it makes sense if Kratos tries to go after them and tries to kill them to get Loki back.
That's actually brilliant.
I'm nice. But my thing is, because Loki was like kind of like I ain't gonna say a playable character, but he was also...
No, he was your sidekick.
Yeah, but he was there throughout the game, so I'm thinking, how would they do that?
Well, that would make this game different from...
the first one.
Yeah.
So it would be straight one player then.
Yeah. Well, technically speaking...
Unless somebody tries to help him.
The first game was one player too. You had help, but you always played as Kratos. But bro, you think about it. You're bringing two lores together because technically Loki has always been linked to Odin and Thor. But this would give it a completely different backstory. He wasn't adopted from the ice creatures.
Yeah.
He was adopted from Kratos. They took him from Kratos. And that would explain why
I'm also mind blown because what if Odin had sex with the mom and the mom birthed Loki?
So the giant cheated on Kratos.
Exactly. Because technically Loki is a giant. But he's also a god, of course.
But that's because of Odin.
It might be because of Odin instead of Kratos. See, I was at work like...
I don't like that because that would make the whole first game so much more depressing.
It would, but at the same time, it makes sense because at the end of the game, it has like those things on the walls of the giants.
Yeah.
It has like the story being told or whatever before it actually happened. Like they already went through all of that. So I'm thinking...
Fate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Besides the more depressing cheating spouse aspect, the premise of your thoughts not only logically makes sense, mythologically.
It also makes sense. So if I'm correct...
And think about it too.
I'm about to make a game. If I'm correct, sign me up.
And think about it too. This is a perfect way to put Kratos back in his rage.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it gives him a further reason to kill the gods. And think about it too. You know how the entire God of War series, they put a twist on how the gods fell?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being Ragnarok, I don't know the specifics, but I know it wasn't Kratos killing them. The God of War version of Ragnarok is Kratos.
It's Kratos now. Exactly. See, we here.
I didn't beat the game, so I didn't know the specifics to get to this point, and so much is on my mind. But when you put it like that, what person with any common sense and logic can disagree with that. At least from a premise.
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because Thor, like I said, Thor comes out of nowhere at the end of the game, and I'm pretty sure, like, from what I'm thinking.
And you said when he was sleeping, right?
Yeah, when he was sleeping, but he comes back. I mean, all you hear is the roar of the thunder, and then he just like he goes outside. Like it's a thunderstorm, I would say. Yeah, it's a thunderstorm, and then Kratos wakes up, and then Loki wakes up, and he's like, "Dad, what's going on?" He's like, "Stay in the house, boy."
This is why you were practicing your boy.
Stay in the house, boy. And then he goes outside. And then he sees the storm, and then Thor just like drops or walks up, I believe. But what I'm saying is, in the beginning, if they do it, I'm thinking of,
they're going to continue right from that moment.
Yeah,
right?
and they're going to fight, and then in the middle of them fighting, he takes Loki,
and then your whole journey is
trying to get Loki back,
and that would explain why he would go to the other realms.
Right.
And you know what else this would explain, bro? It would make sense why they would continue right from that point. Because what was God of War? From start to finish, there's no cuts.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if they're continuing this format that the sequel would take place
legit right when Thor pops up.
Okay. I'm trying not to get too excited
because I don't know if it's true or not, but
what if?
It's...
if this is true,
remember this moment, guys.
Bro, I'm going to do an edit when you play God of War 2, and if this is true, whenever you talk about it, I'm going to edit this part out and put it at the beginning of that video, and then we're going to start that video saying, "Guess who's right, motherfucker?"
Dun dun dun.
And then I'm going to be here, of course, not playing it because I didn't even play the first one. And I'm going to be like, "Whoa,
bro." I mean, I can stream it if you want me to.
But, bro, think about it. No matter which way you look at it, no matter which way you try to dissect it, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Gaming perspective makes sense. Logically makes sense. Mythologically makes sense. And it's keeping everything still in the God of War fashion. Okay,
exactly.
Let's start this episode, man. I
just got extremely happy for it. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rhinos and Aliens show. It is me, the Don Dotto of all Dons. Hello. In front of me, I have
Francis Mondrala, guys. What's up? Or
AKA Nature Boy.
Nature Boy.
This is episode 127.
Yeah.
And you know what time it is because we the number one podcast in Western New York.
Wait. What did you just say?
We the number one podcast in Western New York.
Yeah.
You know what's up. But before I start this video, real quick, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, or hit that bell so you can get all of our notifications when we post them. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Help us out so we can help you guys out.
I hear that.
But what's going on, my man?
Bro, I'm doing my best, and I came to the realization, do I want to be legit on time, or do I want better quality? And I just said, I'm going with the quality. I can't do it. Because if I listen to one of the videos and me or one of the guests is saying something that's
spiking and all that,
or they're not pushing the conversation forward, I just, it's going to tweak my OCD. And I don't want to waste the audience members' time.
Me neither. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want us to waste your time.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to bring out the best quality that we can.
And by the way, if you guys think our videos are long after editing, you should see how long they are before.
Yes. This is true. This is definitely true. Definitely.
But how was your week? I know you had a great weekend from what I've been able to capture from the outside looking in.
My birthday was May 7th, like I said before, and Friday, that day is a Friday. So Friday, I didn't do much, but I did go to work, but I was working an early shift, so it was pretty cool regardless. Later that night, I went to go get some drinks with some friends.
Okay.
That was a pretty cool night. It was a pretty casual night, I would say. Pretty cool, calm, and settle. And then
that makes sense for your birthday with how everything's been.
Yeah. So, and then Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Saturday, I
You got some dancing in.
Dinner first. I had dinner with my family first because they wanted me to go out to eat with them. And then, so I went out to eat at Longhorn. Shout out to Longhorn.
What'd you get?
I got a ribeye steak with mashed potatoes and steamed broccoli.
That actually sounds really good.
It's amazing. With mushrooms and onions for the
steak?
broccoli. For the steak.
Bro, oh God.
Yeah, it's amazing.
This might sound dumb. The moment you added the broccoli and then the mushrooms and onions, I was sold.
Yep. Mushrooms. The mushrooms is a little big. I ain't gonna lie. Them fuckers is like
big, like cut too thick, or just big.
Like just the
circumference was
like
big.
It was regular mushrooms. Like they didn't cut them. They just steamed them.
I love how you keep saying steamed, because if they did actually steam these bad boys,
I would say steamed because they wasn't like watery. Yeah, so I would say steamed. And it was like seasoned the right way. The gravy was nice.
Yo, seasoning
wasn't too much.
Seasoning makes or breaks a dish.
It does. The onions wasn't too crunchy, and it was good.
Oh, a nice
thin layers.
Yeah,
it was pretty good,
but cooked just enough.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, and the steak was medium well, because I like my steak medium well,
as everybody should.
But it's a lot of people that like theirs well done.
You know what I find funny?
And some just not done at all, which is disgusting to me.
I was about to say, a lot of people like their steak very pink, yet those same people won't eat sushi.
Correct. I never thought about it like that, but yes, correct.
That mind fucked you, right?
Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense. It does.
Well, it doesn't, but it makes a lot of sense that people...
No, I'm saying it makes a lot of sense that raw, but they just don't eat it. That makes a lot of sense. Wow.
And you notice whenever they say they won't eat sushi, it's raw fish.
Yeah, but you want your steak to be
basically
still
raw.
bleeding. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Anyway,
do you?
Yeah, but yeah, I had that dinner. They gave me a nice little sundae, which really wasn't a sundae. It was one scoop of ice cream with whipped cream and a chocolate syrup. What the hell is that? I couldn't even get a cherry on top.
They called that
a sundae, a birthday sundae. What the fuck?
They were being cheap on your birthday.
Yeah, like what? And then I would say after that, I went home, got dressed. I had a game night. The game night was a success, although we didn't really play any games. That was how lit it was.
Yeah, I was about to say, from what I was hearing you tell me, that did not sound like a game night.
Yeah.
A lot of dancing, though.
A lot of dancing and cracking jokes and all of that. It was just good energy with a group of friends, which was cool.
Yeah, friends.
Which was cool. And Resident Evil is amazing. 10 out of 10. Artwork. Mwah.
Oh,
gameplay. Mwah. The characters. Mwah.
Yo, that one, did you get to the point with that one villain who's blowing up, the tall female that everybody...
Yeah, I did. She's the first one.
Oh, okay.
But it's crazy. She's the first one, but like they plastered her like she was throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
But she's technically the longest boss to beat, which is crazy.
A lot of people are saying that if Capcom would have known when they were making the game how big she would have been, they would have completely changed how they went about the villains. And I agree from what I've seen.
Oh my God. The second boss, I only beat like two. I only beat the main one, like the tall girl.
Yeah.
And then the second boss, I would never do again. If I had to start a new game, I'm going to procrastinate until I'm going to procrastinate as long as I can before I face her again.
Why was
she is the most creepiest boss. And it's crazy because she's the most creepiest.
Is she that ugly looking one?
No, she's the most, like her whole scenario is the most creepiest, bro.
So haunting and...
Yes.
Okay.
Like, and then the crazy thing is she's actually the easiest.
But it's the atmosphere.
It's the whole atmosphere. It just, bro, I got goosebumps throughout the whole time trying to beat her.
Well, you remember what I said, bro. The scariest part about games isn't the actual thing itself. It's the atmosphere and the tone leading up to those moments for me.
And it's crazy because I would say Resident Evil has upped their game when it comes to actually scaring people, but Biohazard
started
it, and Biohazard is more scarier than this game so far.
Okay,
but they I would say Village they toned it down a little bit, but it's still scary enough so you can be on your toes.
To be fair, when you go in
and also more playable, I would say, because Biohazard was so scary, some people just didn't want to continue playing
because it's all in one house, basically.
Yeah, and then after you get out of that house, it just opens up more horizons of more scariness. So I would say they did a great job, downtoning it, and then also making it more fun and playable. So
they wanted a bigger audience. It's obvious with the setting.
Yeah, but I would never. The second boss is a doll maker.
No.
It's just a whole thought of
a evil soul.
Toy, moving, talking,
with
acting like a human and with an evil intentions.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. It just creeps me out.
I agree.
So bad, bro.
trying to be suave and cool.
Yeah, I didn't just get jumped out the chair. So, yeah. But it was pretty cool. How was your week, though? I'm sorry how long that was.
That's good because this is where the show gets depressing. Okay, so I'm going to put in a metaphor. I've been doing this a lot lately.
Okay.
So a rat snapped its neck in my kitchen, and it somehow still moved the...
This is the metaphor, or is this actually a thing?
Oh, it actually happened, but I think it's a great metaphor, too.
A rat snapped its neck in your kitchen.
Yes, but the actual trap was located 5 or 6 feet away from where my mom put it.
So how did that happen? I'm so confused on how this... I'm trying to think of this scenario.
The rat had the trap snap on its neck, and somehow it dragged the fucking trap 5, 6 feet away before it bled out.
Oh, so my man was suffering.
And he's a fucking savage. Or another way to put it, can you imagine his will?
To stay alive?
Yeah.
My man said, nope, I'm not dying like this. Not dying like this. Not dying like this. And then he's like, I'm not dying like this. I'm not dying like this. And then just died like that.
And the reason why I use that because, bro, these 70-hour weeks are legit killing me. My will is still I'm making this money because I have a goal.
Right.
But I feel it.
Body and mentally. Mentally is always the worst, though. Feeling it mentally is the worst.
I would up it one more. Soulfully. Spiritually.
I have no clue what fuck it. It's stuck.
It is what it is, right?
At this point, he knew. He fucked up.
So I guess I'm just trying to say, how strong is your will? That's...
How strong is your will, guys? You think you can still fight if your neck is getting snapped?
Oh, bro, I do want to talk about this, bro. That Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart gameplay trailer did 2 things. It made me feel like a 14, 12-year-old all over again.
It did.
Bringing me back to the future games with a Crack in Time and Tools of Destruction.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am now fucking itching to play games. And this is going back to the metaphor. The fact I literally don't have the time to play them is killing me spiritually, bro. Because, dude, when I watched that, that's when I hit you up. I legit was smiling like the Joker. That's how massive my grin was. I felt so... Because you know me, bro. I'm a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. I love the series to death. And I just like, man.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
And dude, that game is a PlayStation 5 game. Legit. There is
no backwards compatible.
There's no doubt about it, bro.
I just feel like you need to just skip a lot of games and just upgrade, Just skip them. I mean, like, games that you already put time in, go ahead and finish them. But, like, games you haven't yet, just sell them. it's time to move on. just move on. Like, skip everything and then get to that one point. And you can do what you're doing now, but like on a modern day console.
Yeah.
Because you're still on PS3, like you said.
Yeah.
And PS3 came out
2006.
I was about to say over 10 years ago.
15.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I'm pretty sure you're stuck on some PS4 games also.
Oh, I have a lot of PlayStation 4 games
that you haven't even touched yet.
Over 300.
Oh, yeah, if you don't just sell those, man, and just keep the classics.
Or to be fair, bro, I haven't purchased a game since the beginning of this year. Every game I've gotten has been PlayStation Plus. Dude, every game. I'm getting all my games from PlayStation Plus now.
Okay.
As a quick side note, another reason why I'm not a fan of these new Assassin's Creed games, because they are full-blown RPGs. And what comes with RPGs are the fighting mechanics, bro.
Yeah.
And Assassin's Creed was, if you do a counter, you kill that person.
Well, Valhalla...
You have to have certain types of weapons and upgrades to do it. And even then, depending on the boss or depending on the level of the fighter, you're not 1K'ing.
That's true.
The Ezio trilogy, if you countered an opponent, that dude is dead.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's what made the combat fun.
Speaking of Valhalla.
Are you still...
Yes, I'm still playing it. So I finally got back to it and was playing... Why am I stuck on a part because of the game won't let me continue? Like, legit stuck because the game will not let me continue.
A story beat?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Valhalla is probably one of the biggest maps you will ever really play.
Yeah, I would make the case maybe it's too large.
Yeah, exactly. It's too large, so it's going to have glitches and all that. That's fine. That's fine, but not on the main missions. Side missions.
Oh, it's a main mission?
Yes, it's a main mission to continue on to beat this game. And lately, I've been just trying to do the main missions so I can actually beat this game.
Yeah.
And I can't beat this game because the game won't let me.
Okay, so how you're feeling right now, that's how I felt about the second Prince of Persia game, bro. A while back. This is 5 years ago. The remake, when they...
I forgot all about the remake.
Yeah, they ported it to the PlayStation 3 system. Bro, when I say I was literally at the final boss fight, once I beat that boss fight, I beat the game. The game glitches. Meaning, what you're experiencing right now, I can't, because it's a whole... Sands of Time, you're going back and forth between time.
Yeah.
This part of the game, you had to go back in time through a portal to fight the boss. You weren't able to go back to the portal. And by the way, I looked it up. That glitch was in the original PlayStation 2 game. So you ported the game to another system and you didn't fix the glitch?
How would you do copy and paste? What the fuck is that?
Bro, when I say I spent 2.5, 3 hours looking away to get past this glitch. 3 things. First off, found out the same exact glitch in the PlayStation 2 version. So they didn't fix any of the glitches. Second thing, legit, in order to fix it, you have to have a second save file the entire time before that moment where if you save the game at a certain point, you're fucked. And a third thing, if you did save the game after certain points where you're fucked, they basically say, yes, you either don't beat the game or you completely restart. And that's when, by the way, this is when Destiny came out. And that's when my whole trophy thing, I broke, bro. I said, fuck trophies. Fuck trophies.
Yeah. Yeah, because you was on trophies for a while. And I was like, yeah, I can't. Because some games is just hard as fuck to get trophies, like to get platinum.
But, bro, I'm okay with that. My point is, when the game itself is why I don't get a trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, so I'm feeling your pain. And this is a Ubisoft thing. Ubisoft, get your shit together.
in order for me to get like new games, I actually have to beat these games in order to like to have the data to download another game.
Oh, bro, don't Call of Duty. What the
Bro, I looked at the data for Call of Duty. Warzone alone is like 100 and something gigabytes. And then Cold War is another 100 something gigabytes. And it's like, that's all my fucking data. It's like, what the fuck? I only get like 500 gigabytes altogether. And I was just looking, and I was like, yo, the gigabytes for just these two games is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That's bad coding, bro.
It was like, what the hell?
And don't forget, they're technically cross-gen games, so it's not like they're fully made.
Right.
Bro, do motherfuckers really want equality?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
So do people really want equality? Comment below. Do you think people really want equality, and explain why?
What happened to everybody's equal? What happened to it doesn't matter who you're fucking, it doesn't matter what your skin color is. It's about the person inside. What's the number one
matter? That's what it just comes down to. A lot of people just say it doesn't matter, but it really does matter.
Yeah, so they're feeding us bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to put time and space into perspective, right?
Okay. Let's try this.
Okay. So
I'm saying try because I don't know where this is going to go.
It's really short. It's really sweet and simple to the point. But when I'm saying what I'm saying, put time and space into perspective.
Got it. Let's do this.
You know the sun, when it's sunny, UV rays are hitting us, right?
Right.
They're coming from our solar star, what we call the sun.
Okay.
So just so you know, when the sun is giving off the UV rays and it's hitting us, you know how long it takes for those UV rays to go from the sun to us? 8 minutes. So the moment the UV rays leave the sun and hit us, on average, it's 8 minutes.
That's just fast.
Yeah. That's a lot of, I don't know how far, but that's millions of miles. Might be billions of miles, right?
Within 8 seconds. 8 minutes.
Yeah. But this is the crazy part. To go from the core of the sun to the surface of the sun, which is a fraction of the surface of the sun to us,
right?
It takes 100,000 years. Time and space is just like everything else. It's affected by its surroundings. Think about UV rays. It takes only 8 minutes to travel whatever the distance from the surface of the sun to us. But it takes 100,000 years for those same exact UV rays to go
through the sun.
Yes.
From the core. That's crazy.
And if you want to sum it up, on average, one UV ray takes 100,000 years and 8 minutes to reach us from creation to us.
I'm just trying to like think of that. It's kind of like.
Oh, by the way, of course,
give me a brain fart.
This is all allegedly because we don't 100% know. This is just using the information as humans that we've compiled over the course of time. We're using the scientific method, and this is what theoretically. Okay, bro, can you kill that cat right now?
Yes.
If I put a tiger in this room, can you kill that tiger?
Technically, yes.
Without any weapon?
Yes. Come as a pussy killer. Okay, but technically you can kill a tiger with your hands.
Okay, technically, can you
sleep? I'm gonna go creep up and snap its dick. Yeah, I said it. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I said it. I might come out a different man, but
or come out no man at all.
But I did it in that moment. Oh, like I said, your mentality is damaged after that. Because think about everything you was doing to a female that they're about to do to you. That's traumatizing.
I'm not imagining that because I'm not processing that.
That's traumatizing.
It's not traumatizing. You know why? because I'm not processing it.
Yeah, I just said no. I'm just not doing it. If anybody's like, I can save you, just let me bleed out. Just let me lay here and bleed out. I can close your wound. No, don't. Don't close the wound. Just let it go. Why would you? Why would you do this to me?
Yo, jail style, shanking the fuck out of them.
With the same tool that they somehow
sew you up with
the wound and everything with. Yep, you gotta go. You gotta go. So do I. This is becoming a very dark episode.
Fuck are you talking about? Okay,
my reaction. Got it.
Yes, that's the more simple way to.
Yeah.
Okay. So at one point we discussed off camera about the whole Meghan Markle thing, the princess, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so she perfectly represents all women of this current generation and below.
Okay. I thought you said below.
No, below.
I know it took a while for me to register what you said. I was about to say this current. You said this current generation and below. That's what in my head. I was like, wow, she's just doing a whole lot of coke. Huh?
Oh, you went that route. I thought you meant the actually blowing.
Oh no. I was thinking straight coke. But
to be fair, I do not know or don't know what she's doing because she has a lot of money, and you know what cocaine is for.
This is true.
Yeah, but getting back, women would rather act as the queen than be the queen. Meaning women would rather have the title of the queen than have the responsibility of the queen.
That's deep.
Okay, so you liked where I went with that?
That's deep.
Okay, all right, cool.
I like that. That hit the heart. Because it's like, as a kid, you want to be an adult. Until you actually are an adult.
And you have the responsibility.
And
then, bro, great. That's a great addition. Because what's the problem with our generation from an adult perspective? You have two groups of people, right? You have the ones who, like us, we don't like it, but we still do it.
Right.
And then you have the other people who, whatever they're saying about it, they're just not taking responsibility. And that's where the clashing is coming in.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, you're a grown-ass man.
Act like it.
Yeah. And they're like, nope, I'm going to stay home with my mama. She going to take care of me. She'll be all right.
But the reason why I try to think of it like this is because when you think about it, you could apply this to so many aspects. Like a lot of women now, they, quote-unquote, want to be a mother or they become a mother, but then they don't want to actually do their job of being a legit mother. Or the same thing for the men with the fathers.
Right.
They're busting up in all these women, and then they know what's going to happen. If you bust in enough women, at least one of them is going to get pregnant.
Or if not all of them.
If you got some good seeds and good timing, yes. Very, very much.
That's sick.
But what happens? How many children don't have a father in their life? And it might not be the father's fault. It might be the mother. But if the mother's pushing the father away, that's not good mothering.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm just...
And then they complain about it. That's what I hate. You push them away and then complain about it. I'm not getting no help.
Well, you could apply them. That's with every situation. Bro, you know what soon? Us being able to have kids if we don't want to be 60-year-old parents. Bro, the last thing I want is to be that parent that's in their 60s and their kid is still in high school. Or even worse, middle school. Bro, I don't want that life.
Yeah.
I
also don't want that life for my kid either. No, because there are a lot of kids that lose their parents like around that age. Because of their old age and all that.
It fucks them.
It messes their head up, and it just creates a lot of responsibility too.
Bro, I've always thought this. If any person loses their parents before,
like at least like 20 to me, like 2021, like so you can actually experience adulthood before they leave, so they can help you out.
Yeah, bro. I was going to say 18, but even 18's pushing the limit.
It got to be at least like 21 to me, because you bro, hit 21,
I agree.
like all the responsibilities come to you.
It's just not main parents. Whoever is the main person in your life, if it's an aunt, a grandmother, whatever, whenever you lose them,
yeah, it's
at a certain age, dude. There's a reason why Bruce Wayne
mentally breaks you down.
Yes,
it just mentally breaks you down, and then over time you have to somehow get back up there.
But you'll never be the same, though.
Yeah, you'll never be the same
because you unnaturally lost somebody.
And it is crazy because my mom tells me all the time. She'll tell me, I'm just happy to, like, I've seen you grow. And it, like, I'm thinking of it now as very important that she did, because it is times where I messed up, but she was there to still get me back on track.
Yeah.
And then it's like now, like where I'm at right now in life, I don't want to say this, but if she was to pass away now, of course I'll be sad or whatever, but I know what to do to continue living, if that makes sense. I know what to do. I have to eat. I know how to shop. I know how to manage my money. I know how to still be stable.
You know how to survive.
Exactly. And then there's a lot of people that lost their parents at a young age, and they don't know how to do that. Like, they have to teach themselves how to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm grateful.
And a thing to emphasize, too, is even if they do learn how to survive by themselves, mentally or even spiritually, maybe both, they're never going to be the same, because they're always going to have that pain in their heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same thing whenever a parent loses a kid whenever a parent loses a kid, that's literally not natural. That's not supposed to happen. So even when a parent is obviously you're a parent, so hopefully you're fully developed as a person, or you're growing to be that. If you lose your kid, that is, naturally speaking, that was your reason for growing. That was your reason for learning everything you did, so you could pass on that knowledge to a blood, to a loved one. And they're just, that's even more fucked up, because
now you just don't. Now you got to start all over.
If you can.
Yeah, if you can. If you're not like at that age.
Or not. Some people are still able to reproduce, but mentally they're so scarred.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing when you're not fully developed and you lose the loved one, but just imagine when you're fully developed as a person and something is obviously taken from you. Yeah. That does something on such a deep psychological level that
mess you up permanently.
There is a reason why some of the most happy couples, let alone marriages, just straight up breaking if they lose a child, especially for the female, because she's the one who literally
literally brung it to life.
And as fucked up as it is, and I know how we are always saying, if you truly love somebody, nothing should be able to separate you, but there's...
It's the ones that you love that can actually just
tear you apart the most.
Exactly.
And not in the way it sounds, too. When we say love, your kids. And if they're taken from you, what?
Yeah.
Yo, that's why when these kids get kidnapped and the man wasn't there, dude, we could do a whole episode about this, but the psychology behind it, and it's just not for the females, the man. Seriously, if your kid is killed right in front of you, we as men, the woman is going to feel bad because she birthed it, and she might even blame you, but the man won't even need to feel bad because of her guilt. He'll feel bad for his own guilt, because as a man,
You're the protector.
Yeah.
You're the protector. And now you taking on, I didn't protect my family. I didn't protect my son. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do.
And then if your wife or your
and then she starts blaming you. Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? While she's also blaming herself. Yeah, it's a lot. It got dark.
That got darker than even last time.
Yeah. I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
I love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Have you heard this a lot recently? Agree to disagree?
Yes.
Okay. Before, I never really thought about it until I listened to a podcast and then somebody put it into a different perspective. Whenever anybody says that to you, bro, smack them in the, not literally, but figuratively, smack that bitch or punch that dude in the face, because that is one of the laziest ways to end a conversation.
That's crazy because I do that.
Oh, so I'm going to start.
I wouldn't say it's like, but it's one of those.
Well, to be fair, if somebody's spitting bullshit to you and they're not listening to you, then I guess for you to end a conversation, it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say is when you're trying to convey a certain point and you're being genuine and you're trying to get to a resolution, and you thought the other person was, and then all of a sudden when you say something that they disagree with and they say, well, agree to disagree, take that as an insult, because that means they're not willing to hear you out fully.
Yeah.
Because think about it. What is language? It's communication.
Right.
And what is a conversation? It's either you're discussing something you agree about or you disagree about. So if you're disagreeing about something and somebody ends the conversation by saying, well, I guess agree to disagree, that means that everything...
I don't give a fuck what you're saying, but...
They're trying to put it in a polite manner.
Yeah.
It's when people say, oh, it's not you, it's me, but they don't mean it. You know when somebody says that.
But when I say it, I actually say it as... You have your opinion and I have my opinion, but like we're not going to come to an agreement. That's why I say it. Like if I genuinely have a conversation with you and I hear you out and then I say my opinion and then you hear me out and then it's like, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like if it's like that and it's just going to keep going back and forth with like different facts or different outcomes or whatever, then I would be like, okay, you know what? Agree to disagree.
But when you say that, do you still respect the other person's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, but you know me. Me personally, I'm gonna respect whatever you're saying if it's genuine.
Yes.
If you're just spitting out bullshit or whatever, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna say agree to disagree. I'm like, whatever.
Okay, well, let me put this in better terms. Like everything else, on average, when people say that, at least with me, it's not how you use it.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm the weird person. So we're rare individuals where I'm the type of person when I say gay, I'm not talking about your sexuality. I'm talking about happy. So of course, not everybody uses, and it's all the intent, like you said. Because I could say faggot, and if I'm saying it in a certain way, that might be the most lovable thing ever. Like you're a little
bundle of sticks.
Yeah. Or the word bitch. You know how most of the time it's used in a negative manner, but yo, you're my bitch. It could be used in a positive. It's all about how it's used. So I'm trying to say, when I hear agree to disagree, it's normally not how you use it. It's normally a dismissal. It's normally a way to just end a conversation because they think you're a dumbass. And the reason why I brought this up is because I recently was in a conversation and somebody ended it with agree to disagree. And I know for a fact, because the topic at hand was something I'm passionate about, and I know They basically tried to just tell you to shut the fuck up. Yes, because they thought they were right, and I knew they were wrong. And I legit said, if you don't believe me, literally look it up. There's no multiple sources. It's a fact.
Yeah, they was just getting upset. That's all.
Yeah.
They didn't want to. It's the pride. That's what it is. Just pride.
But let's be more conscious. If we're getting into a conversation, just do it. Finish it how you started. If you're having sex, you start off with amazing foreplay. Are you gonna give her whack ass dick after? What was the point of the foreplay? We spent all this time and energy on the foreplay. Why would you not put the same effort into the actual sex itself? And Daniel, you know, if you put all that energy and effort into the foreplay, you better
yeah,
back that shit up.
definitely, especially in Buffalo. Because if you don't, all of Buffalo's gonna hear about it.
Yeah, I've learned, bro. Buffalo, yeah,
And it's crazy. Buffalo is big, but it's so small at the same time.
it's big. Yes,
Because one ear could go right to another ear, to another ear.
and you know what's so funny about that too?
And come to find out, you know that last ear.
But because of that concept, normally how the information started, it never ends the same way.
It never ends the same.
So even if it was good information, it somehow comes out.
Yeah, his dick was big, but he didn't know how to use it. And then it goes all the way around, and then come to find out the last person, and his dick was little, and he don't know how to use it. And it's like, what? It's like, what?
I'm so glad you said that because I was thinking a scenario where legit the woman says everything about you is a positive compliment besides one thing. And that one thing, by the end of all the gossip,
Switches up.
it goes from you only have one negative to you only have one positive, and everything else is a negative. So you go from the man who had everything, but you need to improve on your kissing, to you finish, he's only a good kisser? What the fuck is this? He doesn't eat no butt. He doesn't eat my pussy. His stroke game's whack.
That shit is horrible. And it's like that all the time. I hate it here. What is this world?
How long does it take to get to this planet? Because if by the time I get there, am I going to be an old man? Am I being cryo-freezed?
That's a good question. Teleportation. Star Trek. Are you here to...
By the way, the most underrated superpower is teleportation, bro.
I wouldn't say underrated Wolverine then.
Regenerating? Yeah.
Like
but
how,
I would never want
how
the metal.
your body works, I would say.
Yeah. I would never want the metal, though, because the metal poisoned him.
Yeah, over time, yeah.
Because if you don't have the metal, theoretically, Wolverine could have lived like a vampire for millennium.
Yeah. I mean, technically he did before he even got the stuff into him.
Well, but that's what...
He went through, like, all the wars.
Yeah, it never aged.
I don't know how you do that and not get caught. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Well, that's the thing.
How's your name not still in the data? What'd you do? Change your name, but your face is still the same?
That's the problem with modern day, bro. You can't do anything like you used to. Do you know how hard it is to be a criminal now? To be a legit serial criminal? Yeah. Unless you have the knowledge or you know somebody who could go into the software and hack and change everything.
Yeah, there's so many cameras around, and not only that, like there's people that can catch you off of reflections.
But bro, now when you're born, unless you're in a shitty country, from the moment you're born, you're tracked. People don't realize before the 1950s, sometimes they didn't even have records of your birth certificate in the national database.
Yeah.
That's why criminals got away with some of the stuff they did. If you ever go into the history books and they describe the age of some people, they say roughly, or we assume this, because they don't have the birth certificate. So they don't 100% know. They can only go by the track record in history. Yo, this stuff gets deep.
Yeah. I mean, it's all technology now for us. Technology is just getting better and better.
A blessing and a curse.
At the same damn time.
The best way I want to describe this, we should never have loyalty to a group/organization. You have loyalty to a principle or a code. Because your principal code, theoretically, will never break / become hypocritical. A group organization can always mutate or transform into the very thing it never wanted to be, or the very thing that it was fighting not to be. So what I'm trying to say is...
I'm going to say that's a little confusing.
Jedis versus Sith.
Okay.
Don't have loyalty to... If you're an evil person or you're a good person, don't have loyalty to the Sith or to the Jedi just because of what they were or how they were created. Have loyalty to the code or the principle.
That they stand by?
Yes. Because no matter what happens to that group, you will always be loyal to the principle.
Right.
So if your code, your principle is family first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will always be loyal to the people in your family, but necessarily you won't be loyal to the actual members of your family, if that makes sense. Meaning, if your family does what a family is supposed to do, then you're going to do your thing. But just because you're a family member doesn't mean I'm going to be loyal to you.
Okay. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
Like the whole title of a best friend, right?
Yeah.
You're loyal to a best friend, but that doesn't mean you're loyal to that best friend.
I felt that individually.
Because that best friend can always
fuck you over.
Yes. So you're loyal to that concept. What is a best friend? What is a lover? What is a spouse? What is a partner? But that doesn't mean you have to be loyal to that person. And that's the same thing with a group. I'm loyal to Warner Brothers because of the type of films they make. But
Right.
if they ever go off and do some Disney shit, I'm not loyal to them anymore. I'm loyal to what they do. I'm loyal to Sony, not because they're Sony, but because of the games they produce.
Correct.
If they started putting out shit like Microsoft, you better believe I'm hopping off that bandwagon. And it's not because I'm hopping off of them, their stock or whatever's going down. I'm hopping off because I no longer am getting what I originally signed up for.
Right.
Same thing for us. If you want to be loyal to Rhinos and Aliens because we give you some raw, honest, authentic shit, awesome. Don't be loyal to us just because you want to fuck Donyhal or you like how I look.
Yeah, because then what if I like...
What if you change up? What if you start becoming fake? What if all of a sudden I start promoting stuff strictly for the money? The trust is broken.
Yeah.
I've just been really thinking about, because you know how I'm all about consistency and principles. If you don't have principles, then what do you have?
I don't really know my principles, truthfully.
You have principles.
I'm loyal.
You just don't
to certain people.
You just haven't thought about them. You have principles.
Yeah, I'm
bro.
pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure. I haven't put deep thought into it though.
And you know how I know you have principles? Because you're consistent with some of your actions throughout your life. As long as I've known you. You defend your friends. You stick up for your friends. But if your friends stab your back, there's rarely ever a second chance.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Everybody, and by the way, principles don't have to be honorable. They could be very sinful.
Yeah.
Somebody's principle can be, I want as much money. That's, but if
Hey,
it's a principle, but if it's good or bad, that's up for debate.
that's what I'm saying. You said very sinful. The thought of it is sinful.
True.
But he was doing it for the right reasons in his own mind.
And he was consistent about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at the Sith.
I mean, there's a lot of people that actually agrees with Thanos' method. They just don't agree with how he did it.
That's a good point, too. But look at the Sith. The Sith is a perfect example. They have principles. There's no doubt about it. It's up for debate if you agree with those principles or not.
Yeah, because technically they want to take over the world. But they won't kill you unless you don't agree with them. It's either you
bow down
and be my bitch,
or your head comes off.
Or you're just in my way. Simple and sweet. Literally.
But that's a perfect example. If the Sith started doing what the Jedi did, if you're loyal to a group and only a group, or you're loyal to whatever, a person, now you have to adapt to what the group is doing. But if you were loyal to that cause and the embodiment of that cause, you're looking at these people like, oh, these pussies. Now I have to kill you. And I don't care you have a red lightsaber or you're wearing a dark cloak. You don't represent what
we're going for.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And the reason why I'm talking about this, be it the entertainment field, be it sports, be it politically, I just want people to open their mind. And when they say, for example, it's something as simple as a sports team. Why do you like this sports team? Is it because of the team itself, or is it something they stand for behind it? Like, for example, the Colts. The Colts have a rich history for quarterbacks. So if you like the concept of quarterbacks, then okay, be a Colts fan. Just know what your principle and code is.
I actually became a Bulls fan because of the colors at first.
But hey.
But then I came to conclusion that I like their defense. And now I'm a Bulls fan because they played really good defense.
Not anymore, though.
Not anymore, no. But
the Knicks, bro, they got that Tom Thibodeau defense.
Yeah, and that's,
Bro, oh my God, the Knicks are one of the, okay, bro, I love that story. Dude, I'm so glad you said that. Because this is the embodiment of what I'm saying. I love hard work, I love tenacity, and I love straight grit, no matter the sport.
Okay.
Which is why I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan in football. If the Pittsburgh Steelers all of a sudden started becoming soft, I'm not going to be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I might become a Ravens fan because that's what I'm looking for. Yo, Wiggins, Wiggins is... People like Wiggins piss me off.
Wiggins is not bad, but he's not...
Bro, he has so much talent.
Yeah.
His wingspan, his height, his natural born ability. And you know how I know this? Look at what he did in college. Look at what he did his first couple years in Minnesota. And then look at what he's done ever since. Not consistent. You could tell he doesn't have a passion for the game. Which, by the way, he's already made over $100 million in his career. So if I was him, I wouldn't give a fuck what anybody says either.
My boy got to eat good, though.
Okay, so previously research... Where is that from? Because I feel like that's like... I feel that's a robot chicken type of...
Oh, I really don't know. I just did it. Probably somewhere in my subconscious.
Yeah, just randomly came back.
Probably.
Previously, researchers answered the question of a T-Rex's mass and hip height, sometimes incorporating stride length from previous trackways. So this is all about speed. Those estimates place the T-Rex's walking speed at roughly 4.5 to 6.7 miles per hour.
So slow. Walking speed.
Yes, about as fast as a mediocre human runner. But don't forget, though, a T-Rex is massive. Yeah. So when it's walking,
it's one step is like a block. Well, no, I wouldn't say a block, but half a block.
Yeah, but when it's walking, it's basically as fast as a human jogging.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
For the new investigation, however, though, these scientists focus on the T-Rex's legs. They explored the role by vertical movement of its tail. Dinosaurs' tails were vital to the way they moved around in multiple ways. Not only does it serve as a counterbalance, the tail also produces a lot of required force to move the body forward. That's, for example, dogs and cats. The tail is for balance and momentum.
Yeah.
It does this through two large tail muscles. I cannot pronounce them, so I'm just if you're interested, look up the tail muscles, and they pull the legs backwards with each step. So basically, the tail, there's two tail muscles, and each muscle is attached to each back leg.
Oh,
well, not each back leg, each leg, but the back of the leg pushing it.
So like their tendons.
So their tail is our butt, basically. So you know when our left leg moves, our
left cheek move.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just to put that into perspective. Using the theatrical bone and ligament structures through a computer system, they combined this with the tail, created a digital model on how fast it can move. On the baseline model, the walking speed went from 4.5 to 6, all the way down to just 3 miles per hour.
That's slow.
Which is significantly slower than previous estimates projected. Depending on some of the assumptions regarding the ligaments and how the vertebrae rotate, you get slightly slower speeds, going down as slow as 2 miles per hour, but nothing faster than 4. What we see in the Jurassic Park World films is completely overblown. Now, of course, they don't know everything, but from what they could get from the skeletons, no matter which model they use or which muscle or aspect of the body, so far, they cannot get a walking speed that gets higher than 7. So when we see those T-Rexes running and they're keeping up with a Jeep going 40, 50 miles per hour, they believe that's completely
bull.
Completely bull, yeah.
Got it.
The bigger you are, normally the slower you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
For example, compare a elephant to a cheetah. Yes, elephants, especially for their size, go very fast, but compared to a cheetah. And also don't forget, an elephant still doesn't compare to a T-Rex.
Yeah, but I say elephant also has 4 legs.
Which is a better running capabilities than 2 legs.
Right.
Unless you're one of those weird fucking birds like an ostrich or whatever. But they're just different. They don't count. Yes.
They don't count. And they're really light compared to...
I'm glad you're thinking about this because everything matters. Yes. Yeah. Yo, give me that, bro. Give me that. Maximum running speed with this current model topped out at 25 miles per hour.
Running speed is 25?
Yes. With this model.
So me driving up the street regularly is their speed.
Or 5 miles per below the city speed limit. Which, when you think about it, isn't as fast as you think.
At all.
I could bike fast. I could bike as fast as that. And if I'm going down a hill and I have wind behind me, I could get well above 30.
Well above.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So when you really think about this, how the fuck did that T-Rex in any of those films keep up with those vehicles?
That's probably going 50 to 60.
I would hope more. At least. If I have a T-Rex chasing me, I'm doing the speed limit. Hey, what's up, guys?
Going 100. Yeah, but those is Jeeps.
Bro, my shitty ass Jeep can go easily 80 on the highway.
That's true.
And that's a 4-cylinder. Those films, when they were shot, were
2.
No, they were 6.8.
Oh, yeah. Learn something new.
So when you think about running, there's so many factors. There's the strength of your bone. There's if you're running on 2 legs or 4 legs. Mm-hmm. There's your weight. Mm-hmm. There's the dimensions of your skeleton in terms of, are your bones hollow? Being able to float, that's why birds can fly. And it also depends, do you have a tail or not? Because at one point in time, humans did actually have a tail. And a great comparison, look at Dragon Ball Z, bro. What happened when Goku gets his tail cut off? He can't do shit for a while. He has to adapt.
Yeah.
And then what happens in GT when he regrows his tail? Super Saiyan 4, baby.
Became amazing.
Next level shit.
I can still think of the little thing like.
You talking about the intro?
No, when shit's about to get real.
Oh, the score.
Yeah, they're like.
Bro, how do you feel about GT? I feel that show always gets shitted on, and
it does get shitted on, but
it's not as great. But it's underrated.
I don't like the storyline.
Oh, I that's what brought me in, bro.
I don't like the storyline, but I like the certain concepts of like the certain plots into it.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, because the storyline, it technically only has 3 main characters, 3 main villains, 3 or 4, technically. All the other villains just didn't matter. But GT is actually long.
Yeah, you're talking about Kid Buu. You're talking about Android.
Yeah, Kid Buu.
Super Android 17.
Super Android.
And then Omega Shenron.
Omega Shenron. And I think it's one more.
No, Omega was the last.
No, I'm saying like villains in general.
It's
the two that goes into Omega Shenron. The sun one and the ice one. But those don't really matter.
Yeah.
Did we say baby?
Yeah.
I thought you said Android or Kid Buu.
If I said Kid Buu, I meant to say baby.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Baby was like Cell and Kid Buu combined.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, baby, Android, and Omega. So yeah, it's only 3.
Yeah.
Exactly. Compared to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, it was like
Dragon Ball Z only had 3.
Who?
Frieza, Cell, and the Majin Buu saga.
The Saiyan saga.
I don't count Vegeta as a villain. He becomes a good guy.
What about Raditz, Nappa?
They were trash. I'm just saying, I feel like it's the same number of
same
villains.
Number of main villains.
Yeah, and side villains.
So you're saying Frieza, Cell, and Buu?
Yes. Because if we're being technical with Cell, there's all the androids. How many androids did they kill? They killed the old dude. They killed the fat android, Android 19. Then there's 17, 15, 16. Or is 17, 18, 16?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I like GT. There's no filler. They got straight to the fucking point.
Yeah, I guess. I like GT because it's like I said, it's because of the plot of it. Like, Goku's older and then he gets wished to a little kid, but still has his powers.
Yes.
Like, it is suppressed because it's not because his body or whatever. But
yeah.
But that's why I like Dragon Ball Super, because Dragon Ball Super is technically GT or getting into GT because Pan is born.
Yeah.
This episode went everywhere. How did we get to anime?
No, bro. Yo, the moment I don't work 5 days at Tesla, bro, I'm getting.
I mean, don't you guys do shutdown?
No, not really. And we don't get paid for shutdown too, which is awesome.
I don't either.
Oh, that's great. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Especially Tesla. You guys are worth $500 billion.
Yeah, I don't get paid for it either.
Yo, you know what I found out? Quick segue, and then we're ending this shit. You know Milkbone pays more money than Tesla? Milkbone, a dog snack company, pays more money than Tesla.
I did not know that.
I'm going to end it there. I'm done. Do whatever the fuck you want to say.
Wow.
Yes.
On that note, guys.
Great segue.
Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day or night, however whenever you're watching this. 4-year anniversary.
Go check that out. I think it's awesome.
That. 5 Rhino thrust.
Yeah, it's hitting him. It's really sinking in right now.
All right, but yeah, let's go ahead. Number 1, make sure you like this video. Number 2, make sure you subscribe. Mm-hmm. Number 3,
no, you
hit that bell.
Ring a ding ding.
Number 4, make sure you
share.
I was about to say comment. Make sure you share on all social medias. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And locals now.
And locals.
Where you could personally help us out and directly fund us, which will allow us more time and creativity to give you what you guys hopefully love about Rhinos and Aliens.
Exactly. So if you guys want to chip in $1 or $2, please.
Yes,
thank you.
It will help.
Also, before I go to number 5, if you guys want to watch me game, I will be streaming more and more lately. So go ahead and hit that Twitch and follow me on the Don. Set the number 71_ and spell out 6 SIX. You guys can follow me, watch me game, or watch the past videos that I've gamed already. Yeah. So, and number 5, comment on anything that we talked about in this video, or comment just about how your day is going.
It was a lot.
This video is pretty long, but it's okay because it was all good and it was all in emotion.
Bam. I missed that.
And just like that, guys,
LOPH.
Cadoodle. Peace. Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.